we come back to Kip and Scott.
Kip is so hot.
Extra banana, please. He was living this secret life. Scott won.
He called him down.
Everyone else's family, their loved ones come on stage, and he had nobody.
I got a little like teary-eyed watching that. I was like, oh my God.
This is where all the announcers are like, what's going on?
Yeah.
He's calling a fan.
They think it's a fan, yeah.
Hit me dead in the heart.
And
I literally got off my couch. I start clapping.
Aww.
I start screaming. My dog freaked out. It's like, what is going on? I had tears rolling down my face. Just an average Friday night for me, but oh my, I love this scene.
Yeah. And I like that his dad was there. That Kip's dad was in the audience too.
Oh, Kip's dad was in the audience?
Yeah, he was in the stands. Yeah.
Sitting next to him?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Gay Rugby Podcast. I'm Jack.
I'm Ozzy.
And today we are talking about everyone's favorite gay hockey love story, Heated Rivalry. Ozzy.
Jack.
I have to admit, before we went into this episode, I was planning on just using my knowledge of everything that I've seen short form social media wise for Heated Rivalry. I was like, you know what? I've seen enough of this TV show just on my Instagram and TikTok feed that I could probably pretend to do an entire podcast episode about it. Because that's how popular it is.
Yeah, it is.
People are posting about it.
It's everywhere.
But I'm so glad that I didn't do that.
Yeah.
I binged it this past weekend.
It's a good show.
It's a good show, and it's not just because they're hot.
I mean, I think that's part of it.
I mean, it's part of it. It's definitely part of it. But the cinematography, the writing, the editing,
the acting, like
acting, yes,
yeah. Ilya Rozanov, he plays such a good Russian.
Connor Storrie,
yeah. Like I thought he was Russian. Like
he had never spoken Russian before.
That's insane.
And the way that his voice gets like all deep.
Yeah.
Incredible, because you see all these interviews with him, right?
Yeah.
At the Golden Globes or whatever. And he's kind of like...
He's like a goofball. He's
a goofball. He's got a bit more of like a high-pitched, flamboyant voice.
Yeah.
And that was not the case in Heated Rivalry.
Yeah, like he changed his voice, his mannerisms, like everything.
I'm coming to the cottage.
Rozanov. No, what do he say? What do you want, Hollander?
But oh my God, what a incredible TV show.
Yeah.
Before we dive into it, I'm sure y'all notice we're in a new studio.
That's right. It cost a lot of money, a lot of man hours, a lot of
time and energy,
sweat equity, to produce a podcast. It's not just hosting it, but everything that goes on in the background. So we're in a different space. We're trying to figure out what works best and how we can continue making this podcast successful. One of those ways is we have some really cool hats.
Merchandise.
Yeah. So if you would like to support us, feel free to... I think there's a link, or we will put a link if it's not already...
Send us an Instagram DM. That's going to be the best way to get one of these hats. But we are going to be launching a merch store that has hats, T-shirts, maybe socks. So be on the lookout for that as well.
Yeah, so that'll be coming soon. In an effort to help us continue to bring you guys some really cool rugby content.
Yeah. And new studio. We're actually in Ozzy's house.
Yeah, this is my sports room. This is where I game. This is where I watch TV. Kind of like, and actually, this is also doubles up as my my office space when I'm doing work or working from home.
My house is one room, so very blessed to be in this space today. And Ozzy, I have to admit, I have an addiction.
To?
This is kind of embarrassing, but whenever I go to a friend's house, or not even a friend's house, it could be someone's house I know.
I knew you stole something. I knew it.
Anytime I use their bathroom, if they have Q-tips out, I am sticking one of those in my ear, and I'm doing
hilarious.
Deep clean of my ear in your bathroom. Don't have to know you, but I did that.
Oh, okay.
Earlier when I was like, I'm going to go pee.
Yeah.
Took a bit longer than expected. That's because I was doing a deep ear cleanse.
That's
cleaning out those ear canals. So,
and you're still not a good listener.
Well, you know what? You're the one that chose to display your Q-tips front and center.
because they're ready to grab. Like I get out the shower, I'm drying myself off. Q-tip. You know?
Oh. Where do you use them? Because your ears are filthy.
I do. Well, Q-tips can be used in more than one area, but I definitely primarily use them for my ears.
Anyway, before we get into it, I just wanted to give a big shout out to Lilo. They make adult toys for everybody, and they're actually having a big sale right now. And if you use our code, which is GRP15, you'll get an additional 15% off. Already amazing deals. So pleasure yourself, pleasure your partner, turn on Heated Rivalry, and let's get into it.
Yeah, and thank you, Lilo, for helping us on the pod and off the podcast.
Let's talk about Shane Hollander and Ilya Rozanov. Also, Kip and Scott Hunter. Let's start with Kip and Scott Hunter.
Yeah. Because I feel like they kind of like it was one whole episode just dedicated to them, and I kind of wanted more. So I'm hoping this is a setup where we can get to see more of them.
I don't know if we are. I feel like their story has closed.
Like it did that.
It did what it needed to do for Shane and Ilya, and it kind of gave them. Sorry, spoilers alert. If you haven't watched Heated Rivalry, we're giving everything away.
Yeah, so please proceed with caution. We've warned you.
But Scott Hunter and Kip's love story did what it needed to do to allow Shane and Ilya a little bit of inspiration to pursue their truth and each other and find love, as forbidden and risque as it might be.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think there's still a lot of story to be told for Kip and Hunter. No,
Spin-off?
no.
Oh my God!
no,
I need a Kip and Scott Hunter spin-off ASAP, and I want extra banana.
No, but I think like they can talk about like the fallout after. You know what I mean? If there was any by other players, because like,
well, he spoke, there were, I think after that episode where Scott and Kip made out on the ice, the following episode, there was some sort of award ceremony where Scott got up on stage and spoke about the aftermath. Obviously there was some hate, but all of the inspirational messages that he got from, younger people who were struggling to find their identity and didn't know that, gay people exist everywhere in any sport, in any, institution, we're around. So, yes, I think I would love a Kip and Scott spin-off series. I wasn't invested until this Kip and Scott episode.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was now invested. I'm here.
But also I think, what if they explore adoption or surrogacy and all those things? So that'd be kind of cool to tell that story too. But yeah, let's go back to...
we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, let's...
Heated Rivalry. When I first kind of heard about this on social media, gay hockey love story, I was a bit surprised.
Why? Because it was like a hockey love story?
Well, a hockey love story, but also just that it was a gay love story that straight people were watching and really enjoying. And there was also kind of this cult following. People were going out to the bars and watching with huge groups and cheering everything on. And once I saw that, I'm like, oh, this is like a cultural phenomenon.
Well, I also like that there was a lot of straight women that were watching it.
Yeah.
And I think it's because the show was done very tastefully. It wasn't like your stereotypical like raunchy sex scenes. Or like the use of like, other things that they usually show with like people like in gay television or gay film, which kind of just like perpetuates the stereotype of what happens in the gay community. So I really liked how this story was told.
But it still was very spicy.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
No, they were getting down. We were seeing booty. We were seeing intimate, love making, which was awesome and cool. Actually, my dad plays hockey. My dad is a big hockey fan, so I asked him over, Christmas, I was like, Dad, have you seen this new hockey TV show? Everyone is loving it.
What do you say?
He had not heard of it.
Oh, really?
No.
Did you tell him to watch it?
I did tell him to watch it. I didn't kind of tell him.
Call him on speakerphone right now. Let's see if you see that. Let's get a raw reaction. Do you think he would like it?
I don't think my father would make it past the gay loves making. I think he would probably tap out there.
That's crazy.
I don't know. Maybe. It's a really powerful story.
Yeah.
But there are some very intimate scenes, in that first episode. So if you're not ready for those, I think the show is very unashamedly gay sex forward.
Yeah.
And if you're not with it in that first episode, you're probably not going to finish.
But and I think it's important to know that like it's very sex forward, but it's also done in a very tactful way.
Very tasteful.
And the emphasis is not like, I think that's just like, that's just a way to hook you as a viewer. But I think the focus isn't so much the sex. It's more like the emotional roller coaster. Yeah. That they go through, because they do like, you get to see like what's basically happening in their heads, how they're falling for one another, and how they're struggling between like their career and their personal love life and like everything else that comes with it. Mm-hmm. So I like
their fame.
And their fame.
Yeah.
So I like that those things were the focus and not just like the raunchy like sex scenes,
I watched a really funny interview yesterday with the head of the NHL. Someone asked him if he had seen the series, what he thought about it, and his response, obviously the head of the NHL is going to have a lot of media training. So he did say that he had watched the entire series, that he liked it a lot, but that it was very spicy. Uh-huh. And so trying to navigate that as the head of the NHL and obviously support the love story and the craft that the filmmakers put into this, but then also, not outright saying that he supports it. He was kind of beating around the bush a little bit.
Yeah.
Also, I think that's an outdated saying. It's probably offensive. I have a lot of offensive sayings that I have that are part of my vocabulary, and then I think about it, and I'm like, that's
not kosher.
Beating around the bush.
So I was just actually at a Kings game last week.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. And so I've been to hockey games before.
Yep.
And it was interesting for me, and maybe I don't know if it was just because it's front and center in my mind, Heated Rivalry, but I noticed that there were visibly a lot more like out men. And I say that because I'll give you an example. There was a guy that I saw that had like makeup on. Like he was just like a guy. He was very effeminate. But he was there at the hockey, and I don't remember ever really seeing that before. And then there was a couple girls sitting in front of me, and they were talking about Heated Rivalry. They were making references to the show about what was happening in the game. And so I thought it was interesting because I'm maybe it was just me, you know what I mean? Maybe I was just noticing things.
I don't think it was, because I didn't attend the same hockey game that you did, but I've seen an influx of people on social media making content about how they are now attending hockey games and waiting for that kiss or whatever it might be.
Yeah. And I think was it, and maybe I hope it wasn't like AI, because we live in the world of AI where like a lot of stuff is manufactured, but I think they used the kiss scene from Heated Rivalry at a hockey game, and then they
cut to a kiss cam, and it was two guys.
Yeah.
I saw that and I was so happy.
Okay, so it was legit, right? It wasn't.
It looked legit to me.
Yeah, it looked legit to me, but I didn't dig.
No,
deeper.
I think it was. I mean, a prompt like that would be very hard to generate, especially because you're incorporating actual footage from the TV show. So it was very real. And it's so awesome to see the NHL and the hockey community embracing this story. Obviously, it was a book first.
Yeah.
But this TV show has really brought a new audience to that story and to hockey in general.
Yeah.
And my dad's probably not going to watch it, but hopefully he does.
Maybe eventually he will. He'll come around. Baby steps, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that show is doing that as well. That it wasn't just something to bring you entertainment, but it's something that's getting people to go out and watch sports, watch hockey. And I'm hoping that we can maybe do something similar for rugby, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Gay Rugby love story coming soon.
Oh.
But you know what? Hockey is such an interesting sport. It's kind of a spectacle in general. I went to a Kings game a couple years ago in Los Angeles, and fighting has always been a big part of hockey. And we saw that in the TV series.
Yeah.
You know, there's a moment, I think it's where Ilya and Scott Rozanov get into it. Scott Hunter. There was a moment where Ilya and Scott Hunter get into it on the ice. And when I was at this Kings game, there was a fight between two players, but it was almost like it was choreographed. They changed the lights, they changed the music, there was a spotlight, all the other hockey players left the ice, and then the ref came out and was basically like facilitating this boxing match between the two opposing teams. And I was like, wait, they're really leaning into this, because I think at a certain point, the NHL said, no more fights. You know, we're going to play this by the book. And then people probably stopped going to the games.
What? Yeah. But going back to, that scene in Heated Rivalry, the fight happened because Ilya was rubbing off on Scott, and he even told him, he's like, oh, he's rubbing off on you or whatever. So it's kind of cute to see how, they say that when you're hang around with someone long enough, you guys kind of start like talking the same, acting the same, doing the same thing. So there's definitely a lot of levels to the story, which is I think kind of cute. What did you think about Shane freaking out when Ilya called him by his first name?
I don't remember that. Where was it? At the cottage?
No. I think they were at I don't remember if they were in the hotel room or Ilya's. Yeah, I think he was at Ilya's place. And he had always called him Hollander. Mm-hmm. And this time he called him by his first name and he kind of like freaked out and he left.
Oh, that's when he left?
Yeah.
Oh, see, okay. I thought he came. And that's why he left. No. Because in my experience, a lot of times
that's what
with gay hookups, you come and then all of a sudden you kind of have a clear head and you're like, oh my God, what am I doing? There's like 15 minutes after the deed where you kind of freak out a little bit. So that makes sense. Okay. Yeah. So Ilya called Shane by his first name and that's when Shane freaked out.
Yeah.
Because I was like, that was the most boring orgasm I've ever seen. Shane must have just like came in his pants real quick. Because, hey, I've had a hookup when I was younger. I think it was one of my first gay hookups where I came in 5 seconds.
I feel like everyone's
experienced that. I had drove a long way, and then it was like after that 5 seconds, I'm like, I gotta go.
Yeah.
I have to leave.
Yeah.
And so that's what I thought, but that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, so he kind of like freaked out,
Yeah, but I'm so glad that they worked that out.
Yeah.
Got back together. But then after that is when Shane got with Rose, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The famous celebrity model.
Which thank God for her and people like that just in life.
And her allyship.
Yeah, because that is so important. Like I remember I came out to one of my girlfriends.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to come out to her, but I showed her a picture of me like making out with some guy that I was talking to.
You just walked up to your girlfriend at the time, and you're like,
no. She wasn't like my literal girlfriend. One of my female friends or woman friends. See, I feel like we can't say female anymore either. She was a woman. My friend was a woman. Anyway, we were we were hanging out, and I was trying to like tell her like, I'm gay. I finally figured this side of me out. And so I showed her pictures of this guy, and I was like, hey, do you find this guy attractive? Is he good looking? She's like, oh my God, yeah, he's cute or whatever. And then I'm flipping photos, and then I show her the one where I'm making out with him. And she's like, oh my God. And then she like drops the photo album because I was in my car, and she ran back into her house. So I freaked out because I'm like, oh my God, I just lost one of my best friends forever. Like I freaked her out. So I was hoping I would have gotten that kind of reaction, but I didn't. But then we talked about it. She apologized. She's like, sorry, I just wasn't expecting that or whatever.
Yeah, I had a similar story. I think it was in 8th grade. I had a girlfriend. Granted, we never kissed. We would hang out and watch a movie on separate couches.
Oh my God.
Like, I was not interested. I was just going through the motion because everyone's like, this girl likes you. You should date this girl. And so I kind of just gave in.
Yeah.
But then when I did come out to a close friend of mine, somehow it got back to her. She calls me crying and basically kind of very selfishly talking about how it hurt her feelings, how I used her was a phrase that she used, and that it was very selfish of me. She was drunk.
At 8 years old?
This was 8th grade. Ozzy,
Oh, sorry. I thought you said you were 8
I did
years
not
old.
I did not come out of the closet at 8 years old. 8th grade.
But also drunk at 8th grade is kind of wild, but go on.
Well, it was we got drunk in 8th grade. Drinking in 8th grade was like you take a sip of a beer and then you pretend to be drunk.
That's funny.
But yeah, no, she called me. She's like, "Are you gay?" And then I was like, "Okay, yeah, like yes, I am." And she's like, "You use me. I feel so betrayed," and just really made it about her. So having a friend like Rose would have been so helpful to have someone like that who kind of identifies, okay, maybe it's not me, it's him, and walking you through that. And that scene where they're at dinner and Shane doesn't actually say anything.
No.
He nods and he shakes his head, and that struggle to
verbalize
put
it
into words your sexuality, your feelings, really identified with that. And she made it really easy for him to just kind of nod yes, nod no.
Well, do you remember exactly what he said? To clarify, he said, you know what I said?
Rose said, it's like trying to fit a square peg in a round hole. And Shane says, well, I'm more like the round hole here.
I was laughing so hard.
Dying.
That was such a good line.
And they're still friends.
Yeah.
But Ilya was very jealous.
Oh, of course. Because Ilya's madly in love with him. But I
don't think Ilya realized until Shane was dating Rose.
And he has his own problems, you know what I mean, that he's dealing with. So it's interesting to see like how they both figure those things out in very different ways, and how they handle the stresses and all that very differently. What I was gonna say about Rose too is there's a lot of like a lot of subtle notes that you can take, or at least for me as a gay man watching this show, when they were like in the nightclub dancing, Rose had like a very obvious like gay friend that was dancing with her and Shane, and he was like almost getting like really close to Shane.
Oh,
like,
he was totally.
Yeah. So I think like although they don't say it, I'm sure that the gay friend was there, like, every straight girl that wonders about like the guy she's talking to, like, is he gay? Can he be gay? Maybe. They always come to their gay friend and say, can you let me know if this guy's gay? Do you think he's gay? I've had so many girls ask me that question. I'm sure you have too. But I think that was one of those situations where like I'm like, why is this guy like so awkwardly close to Shane? But Shane didn't even
realize.
Yeah.
Because as soon as he saw Ilya in the club,
Like,
he was super focused on that.
So I think Rose had already figured it out way before she even had that conversation with him. Obviously at dinner, but
Oh, obviously.
Yeah.
But that club scene in general was so powerful. And the soundtrack for the whole TV show, incredible. But just that song and the way that Shane goes to the bathroom and then he's just staring Ilya down. And at first Ilya's like, still vibing with the girl and some girl that he's just dancing with.
Yeah.
He's still vibing with her, kind of kissing her neck, and then Shane just stares, and then Ilya, breaks character and just
kind of like
stares back.
And
that scene was oh my God.
And a bunch of people recreated it on social media.
They did, yeah.
There's all these
I almost went out this weekend just to do that.
Well, I mean, we could have done that. We were out this weekend, but I don't think we were out where they had
not at a dance club.
Yeah, not at a dance club.
Yeah, no, that seems super powerful. I don't know if Shane ever went to the bathroom.
We'll never know.
But then after that scene, when both of them go back to their prospective hotel rooms, or in Shane's case, he goes, I believe, to Rose's house. And the way that they cut between the two, Ilya is, jerking off in the shower. Shane is making love to Rose, but the way that they, line up their eyes and cut back and forth.
Yeah.
But Ilya, when he was in the shower, he was working so hard. And I feel like he really could have used a Lilo.
Yeah.
Lilos are 100% waterproof. And it's going to save you a lot of time and energy, especially after going out to the club, partying all night. You want to come home, you want to relax, and you don't want to have to do kind of that heavy lifting that we saw Ilya doing in the shower in that scene. And that's why I love Lilo. They make adult toys for everybody, and they're having a sale in February. So if you use our code GRP15, you can get 15% off. Already amazing deals.
And they're really cool toys. They have an app integrated, so you can connect to your phone. Check them out. You will not be disappointed. It's money well spent.
Coming to the cottage. Yeah. So obviously that scene was incredible. I think it's the next episode where Shane goes into the hospital.
Yeah.
He gets decked on the ice.
Really hard.
Kind of similar to rugby. There's a lot of rugby injuries that happen. And so I felt like I really resonated with Ilya in that moment to see someone that you care about take a hit like that and need to go to the hospital. Really resonated with that, and the way that Ilya stayed on the ice, and people are like, "What is he doing?
Yeah.
Why isn't he off the ice?" And we're the only ones, the audience is the only one that know that that's his boyfriend. That's the person that he cares about most in the world.
Yeah.
I thought that was really powerful.
Yeah. Well, technically, he wasn't his boyfriend.
Not at the time.
Yeah.
But they
But
were entangled. Lovers, as Ilya would say.
But it just goes to show that like every time that veil that they that pretend character that they put on for like the cameras and while they're playing, like they're slowly kind of like losing grip of it, and they're starting to show like their emotion or who they are. So like if this had happened at the beginning of the series, Ilya would have like been off of the ice.
Oh, for sure.
But he's there, so it's kind of like letting you know like how far they've come.
Yeah, and then he goes to visit him in the hospital,
Mm-hmm.
And that's when Shane invites him to the cottage.
But
it was kind of Shane is very obviously on a lot of like painkillers and kind of out of it, and so I'm not sure if that whole situation would have come to be if it wasn't for this accident and the drugs that Shane was on and kind of just speaking freely.
Yeah. Well, and then the subsequent kiss, all those things kind of aligned to make it possible.
Mm-hmm. And then in that same episode, Shane's recovering, but then finally we come back to Kip and Scott.
Aww. I think Kip is so hot. Like his body is amazing.
How though? Because Kip is working every morning at the smoothie shop. I didn't see him in the gym once. And yes, Kip's body incredible. More so than Scott's, who is the professional athlete running every morning, you know, making a whole career off of being fit.
Yeah. I mean, Scott is hot too.
Scott is incredibly hot.
But Kip is just like ripped. Like he's
tight.
Yeah. Like I feel like he has like kind of like a rugby build because he's like thick, ripped, you know, like solid.
And he knows how to make a smoothie.
And he knows how to he knows how to cook.
Make a smoothie.
He knows how to cook too.
Mm-hmm. Cook, make a smoothie, extra banana.
Which I thought was that was cute too. With when he gifted him the socks, the blue socks with the bananas on it.
That was really cute. That was his good luck charm.
Yeah.
You know what I loved most about Kip and Scott's love story is that they had an actual meet cute. They met in the real world, and I feel like that doesn't happen anymore. You know.
Yeah.
In 2026 or whatever, Scott would have been a faceless profile on Grindr, would have messaged Kip, and Kip would have just scrolled it past because that's kind of creepy when a faceless profile,
a headless torso just hits you,
knows your name and asks for extra banana in his smoothie. But it was so refreshing to see two gay men meeting in real life, outside, in the real world.
Yeah.
And it made me really want that.
Yeah.
So if you see me out and about, say hi.
Extra banana for Jack.
Extra banana, please.
Yeah, no, I thought it was really cute, and also liked his friend, his coworker and friend, how she's like egging him on, like, oh, he likes you, like she's like,
yes, but then she really laid the law down with that fundraiser
as
when
she
takes Scott aside, dances with him. Kip's off in the distance, but she's like, you can't keep doing this.
Yeah.
They had been living together for months. And it was tearing Kip apart. I mean, he obviously loves Scott. But family and friends are super important, and he was basically ignoring his family and his friends, and he was living this secret life, which he shouldn't have to do. I mean, I understand the circumstances behind it, and that's why I thought it was so brave and so incredibly amazing when Scott won the NHL championship.
And he called him down.
He called him down after seeing, everyone else's family, their loved ones come on stage, and he had nobody.
Yeah.
So then he's looking out to the audience. And
yeah, it's so sad. They're sharing such an important moment with people that they love, but he can't do it just because of he's afraid of the repercussions that will come.
And then this is where all the announcers are like, "What's going on?"
Yeah.
He's calling a fan.
They think it's a fan. Yeah.
He said he's calling a fan down. They don't really know what's happening, and that. Oh my God, I jumped out of my chair in this scene, and I had seen this scene on social media a million times before I actually watched it. But having all of that context of Kip and Scott's love story, it
makes it more emotional, more special.
Mm-hmm. Makes it more emotional, makes it more special, and really hit me dead in the heart.
And the feels.
I literally got off my couch. I start clapping.
Aww.
I start screaming. My dog freaked out. It's like, what is going on? I had tears rolling down my face. Just an average Friday night for me, but I love this scene.
Yeah, no, it was really great, and I like that his dad was there. That Kip's dad was in the audience too.
Oh, Kip's dad was in the audience?
Yeah, he was in the stands. Yeah,
sitting next to him.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah,
see, it's the subtle things. You know, they don't know. They don't always have to point it out or make it obvious. I probably should have paid attention and seen that.
Well, because
Kip is so hot, it's hard to look away.
I saw it. I didn't notice it when I saw the episode either. I saw it later on social media. Someone posted a clip and said, "Did you guys notice this Easter
egg? Yeah,
and
it's not even an Easter egg. It's
but it's because we were so basically focused on them two.
Yep.
That we didn't everyone else was kind of a blur,
I love how supportive his dad was too.
Yeah, his dad seems like such a sweet man too. When he went back to his dad and he was like crying and his dad's hugging him. Oh, that got me in the feels too. That was cute. But yeah, and then
Shane and Ilya are watching.
They're watching
the whole
this
time.
happen.
And, I had heard I'm Coming to the Cottage, the song. People have really taken that phrase. They've made it a song. They've made it a sound on TikTok. But watching it in the TV show, realizing that phrase happens right after Ilya and Shane see this public coming out of Scott, Hunter, and Kip on the ice in the NHL. They call each other immediately.
Yeah.
Ilya says, I'm coming to the cottage.
I'm coming to the cottage.
Fade to credits. Yeah. Incredible. And really sets you up for the next episode.
Yeah. And I remember too, after that episode, like there was a bunch of like memes of like people driving, like it was like some random car, like just like evading police, and it's like, oh, they must be on their way to the cottage, or like all these different and it was like protesters with signs, and then someone said like, we're all on our way to the cottage. It's kind of cool to see all of that happening, like, and if you saw it out of context, you're like, what the hell are they talking about? And
I think this TV show came at a really important time for the LGBTQ plus community, because a lot of major brands and networks have been pulling back from supporting the LGBTQ plus community in times of political unrest, and basically saying, we're going to support you when it's profitable, but having this be probably one of the most successful TV shows of the past year. It really speaks to the fact that the LGBTQ plus community is here. We're here to stay. And the people outside the LGBTQ plus community support us. They want to see more stories like this.
Yeah.
And it is so inspiring and awesome to see the public's reaction.
Yeah. And it's not just, we obviously we focus on the LGBTQ community because we are part of that community, but it's just all DEI initiatives in general. I feel like there's been this shift in in the social conscience where like people feel free to express unsavory things out loud, and intolerance it never prevails. So I hope that feel good stories, true story. Not that it's a true story, but like stuff like this does happen in real life. I hope that this starts to help shift public opinion and changes the narrative, because it's not cool to leave your house and have to deal with all the bullshit that's happening outside.
We want more gay love stories. We want more trans love stories. We want more bi love stories, and we want more athletic gay love stories.
Yeah, we want more pro athletes coming out. It's okay.
It's okay.
I mean? You can do it.
You exist. And I think that even the actor who played Scott Hunter said that he had major athletes reach out to him in his DMs and express gratitude and share their feelings that they are in a similar situation to his character, and that they really resonated with his story. So I am excited to see that, and hopefully we can see a lot more professional athletes being their true selves.
Yeah.
And then the final episode of the series, where they actually do go to the cottage, that was such a beautiful episode.
It was.
Where they really open up to each other. They decide to be boyfriends.
Yeah.
And then maybe they weren't publicly ready to come out, but then they're kind of forced out when Shane's father walks in on them.
Yeah.
Kissing, and then Shane's dad kind of just runs away.
Yeah. This happened the very next day after the whole the stupid wolf bird, right?
The wolf bird. It's called a loon, Ozzy.
Yeah, no, I know, but Ilya says like that stupid wolf bird. It was so funny. But yeah, so they were in the pool, right? So he didn't have his phone, and his dad was trying to reach Shane all morning.
In the lake.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they were in the lake.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I think Shane's dad was trying to reach him. But Shane was at a silent meditation retreat. Yeah. Walks in, and then that kind of prompts Shane, oh shit, I've got to deal with this now. I've got to deal with this today. And having Ilya there, I think really helped him.
Yeah. I like how it was a serious situation, but it's also they made it kind of funny, like when Ilya's walking out with the Boston Raiders T-shirt, and
He said that's not gonna help.
yeah. And then when Shane's back at his parents and he's like talking to them, and Ilya's just like, just
Yeah, and
standing
Ilya's
there.
like, we're lovers.
Yeah.
And then Shane's like,
No, that's disgusting.
that's
dog.
disgusting. Never say that again.
It was so funny.
It was so cute. And having his parents, be so supportive,
Yeah.
but also like kind of weirded out. Not by him being gay, but the fact that he was dating his arch rival in one of the most competitive sports leagues in the world.
I think, was it his mom that said, "But you hate him?" And then he's like, "Yes, but no."
I see why you would see that, but actually, I love him.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
and for him to
powerful.
say that out loud, like, that was really cool too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, they have some drinks, some food, they talk it out. And then the season ends as they're driving off into the sunset and they take each other's hands. And I just thought that was so cute and powerful. And I wanted more.
Well,
I'm ready for the next season of Heated Rivalry. I didn't think there was going to be another season.
Yeah.
I thought this was a one-off, but someone told me that there is 2 more seasons coming.
Oh, is it 2?
Yes,
I know.
they signed up for 3 seasons.
Oh, I didn't know that. I know that they said that they were going to record a second season, but it probably wouldn't be out until late this year or early next year. Because they didn't think that it was going to be this massive hit. They thought that, obviously when you're an actor, and
These actors are incredibly famous now. I was watching something on Instagram. Someone was talking about the Golden Globes, how they were like the it boys.
oh yeah, they were trending.
Everyone's like, they're here. Oh my God, they're here. When are they going to get here? And you didn't even have to say who's they.
Yeah,
Everyone knew who they're talking about.
Yeah, and what I was gonna say was, like, when you believe in a project, like you want it to be a massive success. So obviously, like,
But you never know.
you never know, because the audience may not be ready to receive it. But I'm glad that they did, and it was like the massive hit that it was, and we
too.
get to see more.
Yes.
Woo.
Cannot wait for season 2 of Heated Rivalry. And you know what? I might even go home
Oh boy.
and rewatch some of Heated Rivalry
Okay,
with my Lilo.
you have to pick one.
One episode?
No, whose eyes are you looking into when you're using your Lilo?
Probably Scott Hunter.
Okay.
I want to say Kip because he's probably the cutest in my eyes. But I don't know if we can make a living off of the smoothie salary.
Wow, you gold digger.
I'm just saying, if we already had the fame and the money, and it would be helpful.
Okay, so you already know one of his red flags. I think, let me see, for me.
Yeah, so Ozzy, if you were watching Heated Rivalry, you got your Lilo in one hand, you got a beer in the other, whose eyes are you going to be looking into?
I honestly, it's a toss-up between 2, so why can't I pick 2?
Ozzy's using Kip's dad.
No. No, I think it would be Shane.
Yeah.
And Scott. I think those 2. Also, like the way Scott, like the way he speaks, he's like, "I'll see you tomorrow." Kip. Like, I don't know why. Like, it sounds.
I have a fetish
hot.
for men using my name. If I'm hooking up with someone and they say my name,
I
think that is so hot.
Oh wow, that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah. They're like, they address me, they know my name, they remember who I am. I like using someone else's name too.
Yeah.
But also I did once with a guy, and he's like, this is weird.
This is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he didn't like it, but
And you're used to guys calling you bitch anyway, so I guess
yeah.
when they say
Good boy.
Jack, it has a nicer ring to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
I get
when
it.
then they say Jack, I'm like, oh, there could be some longevity here.
Like,
But-
wow, this is an odd way to propose to me.
Anyway, Ozzy,
Jack.
this has been a really fun episode. Heated Rivalry, gay hockey love story. Incredible.
Yeah.
Congrats to everyone involved with the production of that TV series. We're rooting for you. Cannot wait for the second episode.
Second season.
The second season. To those of you watching on YouTube, thank you so much for tuning in, because we have fans as well. Not as popular as Heated Rivalry, but I think that there is something to be said about a gay rugby love story. Yeah. So keep your eyes out for that. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to hit that bell and change your preferences to notify all. That way you'll get a notification every time we drop a new episode, which is going to be every Monday. Follow us at Gay Rugby Podcast on all social media platforms. And remember,
don't just play the sport.
Change the sport. Let's go.
And DM us for some cool merch.
Yes, don't forget to support the podcast, merch, all that jazz. Love you guys.
See ya.
All right, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning into another episode of the Gay Rugby Podcast. If you liked this video, do us a favor and subscribe. Hit that bell to change your preferences to notify all, and that way you'll get a notification every time a new episode comes out, which is going to be every Monday. So share this video with a friend, like, comment, and we appreciate the support. We'll catch you on the rugby pitch. See ya.